Okay. I should be streaming now. Let me check really quickly. I should be playing Pizza Supreme. If I look at my channel, I should be able to see me streaming there. Yeah, it says I'm live. Fantastic. Now I want to pull out my I'll pull out my, whatchamacallit. 1 second, this will be... I just want to see my chat. Okay. So my chat's in front of me. I can also just see this in front of me. So I am trying out a completely different thing than I used to have. oh, 1 second. I made it go away. Okay, let's go back to Photoshop. Alright, here we go. I'm drawing. So I have a completely different setup than I used to have. I got a Huion. It's a screened tablet, which there is a long story, I might as well tell it, about the Huion and my experiences with it, drawing with it. I think overall it is a nice little tablet for the price. There are some things that I'm not super pleased with. Let me just, I'm moving on the screen. Oh, and it looks like it's not a slideshow. Thank goodness. But there's some things I'm really not so pleased about, and it has to do with like doing color, but doing line work on this thing is nice. Oops. Maybe I should have started from this side. I also don't need to have all that stuff there. What's also nice is just having all the short keys memorized. I can do that if I need to. But what I'm doing here is I am making a nice little, kind of little vignette. I wanted to do a little kitchen. Nothing super fantastical about the kitchen, which, I mean, this is fantasy, you think it would be. But I saw someone do this with like witch stuff, and I was like kind of like, ooh. I feel like that would be cute for just normal ass looking things. This is more of like a Ghibli approach of very, very much everyday essential, a kitchen. I'm gonna make it freaking cute. It's gonna be the cutest ass kitchen you are ever going to see. At least that's my goal. It's gonna be pretty cute. I don't know if it'll be the cutest. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try and give it my hardest. And so I'm giving a little bit of character and personality here in the edge work. It's a little bit of like an 80s, 90s thing. But we're gonna put in a little bit of personality. Kind of put these little dots in the edge work. I used to do that all the time as a kid. And I still love doing it, so. I'm going to also make all of the sharp edges of these cabinets kind of round. Makes it more friendly. I also have a tool I could use for this. Ooh. Oh no, it's on the other window. What? 1 second. Again, getting used to my other setup. New setup. Lazy Nezumi was over here. What the? Can't be doing that. I've been learning a little bit more about Lazy Nezumi. There is a toggle I can use that would probably help with this. But as you can see, I've got this saved. This is the kind of like the guide I'm using for this. Kind of. It is literally the guide. Lazy Nezumi is really nice for that, but I am going to use it to draw this line and then the lines above it. So to do that, we're going to go here, and I'm going to rotate this. Not a line tilt, this is a line rotate. I'm gonna do that, I think. That feels about the right line. Yeah. That feels close enough. It doesn't need to be like right on every time, especially because I want this to be kind of friendly and cute. And kind of, it feels a little bit more like by hand, like a Ghibli. And I'm just going to also do these lines. Let me think, if this goes across here, and this comes across this way. Same with this. If this comes across here, that black line is where I want to pull this out. So I'm just moving around this, Oopsies. I made a little bit of a weird... This is acting so strange. Okay, let me turn off Lazy Izumi for a second. I need to set up some guides. And what these guides will do is it'll give me a reference point for where to pull from. And I could do this in Lazy Izumi as well. I just don't want to. And so we'll do that, and then pull Lazy Izumi back on. Lazy Izumi is still on test 1, and it really shouldn't be. I can move it back to where it originally was pretty easily. So I'm going to go to here now, and we're going to move this green line with rotate back to where it should be. About there. I did this one more by hand. Wonderful. And see how I have that line set up right here? I can just... Oop. 1 second, that was on the wrong layer. I have snap on. Let's try and snap off. We could even fix that axis point if we wanted to. Just to know where it is. And then that line is exactly where it should be. Super easy to set up. I love Lazy Izumi. It's so nice. And sometimes I talk about how I wish Clip Studio Paint and Photoshop had like tools to use in both. I also wish for Lazy Izumi to just be standard in all drawing programs. Get on this drawing programs. This thing is so good. Alright. I'm going to do the same with this up here. And when you have a cabinet open, Lazy Izumi has a way where I could tilt the line and keep the original line. I'm not doing that because I get kind of confused by it, which is my own problem. I do it sometimes, but when I'm doing 1 point perspective, the problem with 1 point is that this red line or this green line could be the 1 point that I build that perspective off of. Because 1 point perspective is the same as 2 and 3 point. They're different, you know, but they're also the same. The reason why is because you just have to turn one of those lines, one of those points, to 0. And what I mean is, if you look here, we have like these angles. If one of these is at 0, the other is at 90, and then you have 1 point perspective. So 1 point perspective is basically 3 point. It's just that 2 of those points are at 0, or in the case of our tilt, I think tilt is set to 0 here. Yeah, so it's a 0. And so that for me kind of helps me out with perspective a lot, actually, to think of it that way. I don't know if that's super helpful for everyone. It might be kind of confusing for a lot of people. For me, oh, so helpful. Alright, we got that line drawn here. And then over here as well, what did I just do? Whatever, it's fine. I already have lines drawn out, so I'm just going to use the original here, because I already did the line from there, even though I probably should have measured it out like I did with the other stuff. Another reason why I'm doing kind of these broken lines, so I want to make it feel like it's made of wood. It's handmade. Everything in this universe is handmade. And so it's not going to be super perfect. Some of these cabinets are going to be a little wobbly, wibbly wobbly. And this is part of the characterization of it. I wanted to have a kitchen with a lot of character. That's a little bit too many lights. Let's go back to here. I want it to feel like too Sanrio. Can I turn this back to subtle? The subtle smoothing on this feels so good. I love the way it feels. Like, Legend of Zumi is, I think, $20 a year, which I think for a lot of people makes them say, no, actually. And that's totally understandable. For me, I can't draw like this without Lazy Mizumi. I can by hand, but digitally does weird stuff. I have noticed, it's so weird, but I have noticed that my art style has shifted a little bit with having, oops, the screenless tablet. And that's kind of cool. I like that. That's neat. Now, what else would I have in a cabinet? I got potatoes, I got rice, I got flour, baking soda. Up here, it could be like a cereal. It could be also cookies. I think a box of cookies would be fun. So we're gonna do like the cookies on the side of the box here. There's no nutritional facts in their universe, but they do have like kind of this fold over. And what that will do is just, there you go, show how the box is glued together. Oh, those look like cookies. It's a cute box though. I think I will keep it. I want Lazy Mizumi. Whoop. We want the test one. I was testing out to see if this would even work. I didn't know Lazy Mizumi could save from thing to thing. And it does. It does a really good job. I think I'll put a bottle right there. Let's turn it back to subtle. I could also have like the perfect angle for my bottle. But I'm gonna kind of go by guessing it. You don't need to have literally everything perfect. Some things cannot be, and that's perfectly acceptable. I don't know what that would be. I would like to have like a little vanilla up here. Little like this type of bottle is cute. And maybe there's like a cinnamon. It could be like a cinnamon right there. These look like they're very close to the front, which they would be if you wanted to have like your spices, something that you could reach. But it would be stuff that's more for baking. Now, what should be in here? This could be full of like cookie cutters. Like thinking of my own kitchen and what goes on the top. Cookie cutters for sure. So we're just gonna have them all loosey-goosey because I don't know about your kitchen, my cookie cutters are super weird. And then I'm gonna do... biscuit cutters are pretty big. I like to think they make biscuits. I love biscuits. We have a star, we have biscuits. It's not a good shape. Like a gingerbread, but they don't have gingerbread men. I don't even really celebrate Christmas. They don't know what that is. I will write cookie though. They do not have phonetic spelling. Cookie. Ooh. The ooh noise would be an O. No, actually. It will be a U. This could be actually look bad. Okay. Do it like this. Cookie. Cookie. There, that doesn't look like a cuss. Cookie. Cutter. Cookie cutter. Maybe someone will get that, who knows. Now in here, I kind of want to put some grass or like some sort of something in here. I feel like it needs something tall. What else do I use when I'm baking? That's kind of tall like that. I think what type of stuff they make. This could be pasta. It's got baking, got potatoes. Or it could just be like some sort of package. Like maybe this is where they keep like some chocolate or butter or something like that. Alright. On the counter, you gotta grow some grass. I'm gonna spend so much time on... Oops, I didn't choose to test. I should test out... I'm not doing it, but I should test out whether or not it would be a good, wise choice for me if I put it on a quick key, switch back and forth between subtle and perspective mode. In fact, let's see what this is. We go into settings, preset, presets here. Yo! There's a billion presets and they are on the other screen that you can't see. And that's not what I wanted. We want to look at quick keys. Is it edit shortcuts? Maybe that'll be it. Smoothing subtle. Okay. Now, what would be a good preset for switching back and forth? I could do one. Like Alt 1. And then perspective. Should have one that's like general shortcut. Oh, previous preset. Alt 1. And so we're gonna ignore that one here. Okay, let's try it. Oh, we did it! Okay. I feel really powerful now, and I'm really glad I finally did that. It was something that's, for a while, I've been thinking about doing. And I just thought it would be hard. It isn't. It's not really that hard. Right. And then we need grass. They are minotaurs, so they eat grass. It's a kitchen for a little fantasy creature. So gotta grow some grass, and then over here they've cut some off. So it's short. Kind of like wheat grass, I guess. Why is that the same? Whatever. We'll ignore it. Doesn't look like good grass at all. It looks weird. Maybe when it's colored green, that'll help. We'll see. Next, I'm going to add some flowers because they like flowers. I'm going to draw a vase right here, I think. Or should I put the vase over here? No, I'll put it over here. We are on a new layer. And so this is a tool called the Mirror tool. It's in Photoshop. I believe they put something in Clip Studio that can also do this. It's super handy, super recommend using it if you have it, because it just makes life so much easier. That's an ugly ass face. Wow. Let's try this again. Turn it off, and then I'm going to do kind of like a curve around there. I want it to feel a little bit kitschy. It's a glass vase in my mind, but it is a little bit kitsch. Some roses. When it comes to drawing roses, you can draw one, and then we're going to turn it into a brush. Something I really, really wish... Oh, did that not work? Anyway, something that I really, really wish I had in Clip Studio was the ability to... One second, something is going on. Why? Oh my goodness! It's over here! 1 second, let me show you what happened. This is crazy! Okay, I have to... It came out on my other monitor! But because I'm watching my own stream, I was like, how come its stream picked up this, but not... Dang. I really call it Rosebud. It's not a rosebud, but I'm gonna call it rosebud. So you want to make roses easier. We're gonna turn that flow to 100. So you make your own brush for it. As you can see, Rosebud is a little bit grainy. This is fine. It'll be fine. And that's just kind of a thing that happens. In brush settings, we can make Rosebud change shape and sizes. This will make it less grainy. Shape dynamics, we can change the size. The angle, 100% change it. Minimum diameter, and a little bit the roundness. So that's really good. Size jitter needs to be way more. Whoops. There we go. Maybe not that much. There we go. We did it. We are going to sharpen it though. Just because it's a little bit, there we go. That feels better. That easy. Now I'm going to draw some leaves. You know what? I'm gonna save this Rosebud just so I can use it elsewhere, because I think flowers are really nice in scenes like this. So we'll put it in other places as well. I'm using the mechanical pencil for this because I really wanted it to have a bit of a mechanical pencil feel. There we go. On some of these littler ones, I am going to go in and just fix it a little bit. Something that Clip Studio does that Photoshop does not do is that it can draw things by the vector. And because that was never part of Photoshop, I think it is in other tools. So there is something called Adobe Fresco, which doesn't have a version for desktop yet, I don't think. Otherwise, I'd probably implement it a little bit more. But Fresco will draw with vectors, which is nice for if you're making these brushes and you want to do something that, you know, Clip Studio does really well, which is if the brush changes size, the line work within that brush also changes size. And so it'll help it make it seem more like you drew everything. Like here I'm redrawing some of the smaller flowers. Wonderful. I think I should draw those stems in by hand. Oh, it's cute! This cute kitchen's coming together! Now they have a lot of like pottery. And they have a very Southwest style of pottery. I wanted to implement that in, especially more, what do you call it, geometric shapes. So I'm gonna make a bowl over here. Vertical, we're gonna just put a bowl here, and it's gonna go in front of the other thing. Like that's a perfect bowl. Turn smoothing off, and we're gonna turn Lazy Nezumi on. Ah, what's it doing over there? This is so confusing because I go in to the right, and then above me it looks like okay. I have to figure out this dual monitor setup. It is so... it shouldn't be this hard. We're gonna do something called the perspective ellipse. It is handy. It doesn't build within the perspective I'm actually in, and I don't know why that is. It should. It's supposed to. So I think there's something going on with the way this is set up. Like, this goes all the way down to there. It's not actually my perspective, but... What's nice about the ellipse is that you can just kind of set it up to be roughly where you want it. If you have your perspective set up, you can just draw a grid. I think that the perspective ellipse works better in Clip Studio Paint. This one I will give to Clip Studio. Way better at perspective ellipse. This is more an ellipse in a vibe, but as you can see, it looks pretty good. As I take... Oh wait! I didn't use my quick key. Bummer. Anyway, as I take like 10 million years to draw like a scene, it's such a weird thing going back and forth between different types of illustration. When I do promo art like this, I am learning about my tools. I'm really thinking hard about stuff that I might not normally think that hard about. Okay, what else would be here? Probably a cookbook. There's probably some books around here. Lots of books, actually. Because books in this universe are actually magic. They got not spell books, they look up human books. Because they don't live in a human universe. Like that's kind of the story. And so I want to be able to get that across. Alright. And then we got smoothing. Alright. Alright. You know, this is nice. I can't believe it took me until this stream to look up how to do this. Ooh, game changer, honestly. I cannot believe it's probably been here for several updates of Lazy Nezumi. I waited this long to use it. There we go. We got a book that kind of looks like a book. I think I should have one on a stand. I'm going to, in order to do that, I will use the tilt line. So the tilt line works like this. Whereas you can see, there's 2 green lines now. They're tilted. And we will also... Ooh. Should I tilt on the horizontal? I wouldn't do that, would I? So I know that the horizon line is, it's fine, it's whatever. Huh. You know what? Let's ignore all of that thing that I just did and like all of it. I don't know why I did that. I was trying to do clever things with rulers and it didn't need to be there. So we're gonna turn all these back to 0. Including this line 2 tilt. I love being able to do rulers with exact numbers. This might be overwhelming to some, but like that makes me super duper happy. We'll just do it like this. So they have a book on a stand. Like that's what I think I'll do. Because they're cooking something. So the book stand will be on the bottom like that. And they will be drawing stuff. Like maybe I should have, here's some flour. And I've got the measuring cup still in it. They do use measuring cups. It's not the same as our cups. Actually, no, they don't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Things I have to think about. And then here we're going to do just a big bowl. Should I have him making cookies? I'm a big fan of cookies, so let's have a cookie bowl right here. And we'll just, we're not going to use the perspective tool. Symmetry off. And then I'll do the cookie sheet. Let me just mark where they would be. Chipped one. Oh man, my whole life is improved because of that cookie. I am so happy with it. Cookies! Okay. And, gonna do some stuff on the bowl. Maybe we need a cookie scoop. It's an ice cream scoop, but you know what I mean, like the cookie scoops. Super helpful. This stuff back here, I already have this marked out. This is a mask, by the way. I don't like to fully erase lines that I think are really helpful, especially if I plan to move stuff later on. Like, you'll notice all these things, there's nothing really overlapping, and so I may decide later I need to move things, unless I put something behind it, which I will probably do, like some cleaning stuff. Because this won't have character unless there's a lot of stuff in it. And right now... It's like the smallest tray for cookies. If this is the size of a drawer, what am I doing? Okay. Alright, it's decided. This stuff needs to be bigger. Like twice as big. All of this. You're gonna be bigger. Okay. 19, I think. 20? Was it 21? Yes, it was. And we're gonna make you much bigger. Small book, big other things. I might have to go in and redraw. Because again, Photoshop doesn't really have vector drawing. Whoa, whoa there. Sorry, I thought I was on a different selection tool. Something that's nice about this Cintiq is being able to select stuff is a lot easier. Oh, it's so much better. That's so much better. Okay, I'm a little more happy with that. I will be drawing some of this over though. Just because it's a little bigger now. And oops, transfer, no, I want to get rid of this stuff. In fact, I'm excited now that I know I can go in and just turn on the, what do you call it? Lazy Nizumi whenever. I feel like I have the power to do so much. And so I don't need to look at my layers no more. Don't need them. And I already have this guide, so I don't really need to pull out the mirror guide anymore. It's okay, I can just draw. We're okay. Let's see what I mean in a second when I get to the... Here, we'll just do this. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. That's crazy. I don't have to even look at Lazy Nizumi at all. I don't have to pull it up. I can just enjoy my life. These cookies are no longer exactly where they should be, but maybe they're not so great about cookie put away. What does this look like? Just like keeping in mind where this is. Should this have something on it? Like a heart, like a flower? I'll put a cow on it. Have a cow on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, I have to bring back my layers. First of all, this will bring it back completely. But we're gonna do the mask. Oops. And just go over anything that we don't really need. Don't need any of that. Or any of this. I did pull away just a tiny bit of that I actually did want. And then over here, again, this was a mask, so it's really easy to just remove. If I realize, you know what? I actually want to do it this way. Now, my music stopped. And I know why. It's because YouTube thinks I fell asleep. YouTube. Now there. I didn't fall asleep. I didn't do that. You know I didn't do that. You know that I'm streaming literally right now through YouTube. Okay. We're back. In some places, you get such a small gap, I think it'd be better to have that probably just be invisible. Do I not have the auto select on? It's confused. There we go. Hey, you know what? It really was this. Okay. I like using auto select. Makes my life easier, but sometimes, like, what? Is that new? It's auto selecting the mask. Didn't used to do that. What the heck? Alright, we got some trash out, which gives this character. I'm feeling like I need something big behind it, like just kind of here. It could be like a kitschy little wall thing, like a wall decor, which could be fun. Like maybe they collect some art. Oof, oof. A little bit farther. You don't want to have anything that is going to be, you know. There we go. I would think that maybe this is a bulletin board. Do people still have bulletin boards? I'm like doing some redecorating of my room, and I have an old ass bulletin board that I put in, I don't know, like 10 years ago. Back when I was still in like kind of that college dorm decorating mentality. I don't know if I should keep it or let it go. But I also like having photos displayed, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun. Like, you collect things as you go throughout your life. I'm gonna make it a bulletin board in the kitchen. I've seen that. Especially if it's like recipes and stuff. It's like this one could be a recipe. This could be like people. Maybe he's next to a big tree he likes. Maybe this is his friend. It's like a slime guy. These are little monsters, so I can do that. Uh-oh. Hey, my stream stopped. How long has my stream been stopped? I'm gonna pause it. What? Alright, my stream didn't stop. I just paused my own stream because YouTube thought I fell asleep, I guess, and paused my own stream. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, so we have a bulletin board set up now. Sweet. Designing rooms, I've heard it said, is a lot like designing characters. That's how you make a good room design. Unfortunately, I didn't do like a 3D view of the room. Originally I was going to do that, and then I just didn't like any of the compositions it made. The way I set this up is really good for doing like a comic, basically, which was the intention, but it's not really great for just a solo illustration. It's meant to be moved around the room, and so everything's shoved to the side of a wall because it's background, and so things can happen in front of it. But if you're looking at it in 3D space, it's like a room where literally all of your kitchen stuff is against one wall. That's really weird. Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I feel like I need... Because right now the flow of this... I think your eyes right now go to this drawer. It comes around. So we have a lot going here in the middle. I'd like to put in more flowers, but... Whoa there, whoa there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A fun glitch I have sometimes with Photoshop. Or Lazy Nezumi. One of these is doing it, and I have no idea which. Sometimes it'll just, if I open up the Windows panel, just to open it, it will decide, oh, you don't want to use your pen anymore. I get it. That's fine. We don't need to use your pen. You don't need that. And it's very frustrating. Thankfully, that is not what happened just now. We're good. These are just normal ass boxes. Just storage boxes. Oh yeah, I need to do that thing. Keep it personality. I think there could be like tape on the box. Yeah, I'll do that. Whoops. I had like... There we go. All right. Then up here, I wanted to have some more pottery. Something kind of nice, something big and this, I think. And I'll look up some designs to put on there because I do want it to be Southwestern, but I want it to be like authentic to like a particular area. And that actually does change depending on where you decide to get your pottery from, because you would like to get stuff that is legit and not just, you know, things you got from IKEA. In the case of these people, they have like very precise influences. So I'm going to remember this was a shape I could do, because I don't want to accidentally end up in like the wrong historical place in America when it comes to Southwestern things. Like, it's not just about having the shape, there is a historical basis to these. And I believe one more step. I don't think I left enough room for one more step. Okay, well, that's gonna change things. How about this? How about this? right. Sorry, I had to go into intense thinking mode in order to draw this. Alright. This is probably fine. But I don't want to go too far off the... Okay, so we got some flowers there. And I think I should bring back my rose brush. And throw some more roses in here. Not enough roses. You could put some over here to balance that out. Or I could add some up here as like dried roses. I feel also like the brush is... It's big, but it's not quite big enough. And I could also do this in size jitter, just have it be less jittery. I don't know if I like that. Sorry, is this still not going? I might be streaming to nothing. Okay. I am super far behind in this stream. That concerns me. If someone's left a comment, I probably haven't seen it. Sorry. We're gonna put some flowers down here. Oh, so cute. That's so stinking cute. Okay. We're catching that 90s energy now. It does feel like everything's leaning this right direction. I need something on the left. And I think I can do that with a steppy stool. Because Gil is short. Okay, mechanical pencil. Get rid of the rose brush here. Now this is gonna require me to pull out my Izumi stock going over here. Please. Where it? Okay. Here it is. It's gonna require some perspective thinking. I could have it just kind of a steppy stool this direction. I have to decide also what type of steppy stool. If it's kind of handmade, then it should have multiple steps. I'm just gonna kind of map this in. Luckily I can do it based on this right here. No, I don't think I should. I think what I'll do is I will twist this. We're gonna tilt the line in this case. And have it... If the tilted line is 7.2, we're also gonna take this one 7.2 as well. So that way it's at 90 degrees. Like, see how that works? To kind of use all my brain muscles, you know? I'm also going to make the tick distance much bigger. So this is about 2 ticks. That way it is the same throughout. This will be the height of the step stool right here. this angle of the step stool. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright. Alright. Now I can have it be 2 or 3 steppies. Probably just 2, right? For now, we're just gonna go from this edge here, even though I feel like it's pretty. It's a good thing I did this to kind of test out how that would be. You want to really look at the outer. Why though? Have I lost my mind? I'm having like the biggest brain fart of my life. Okay. I want that. This. That. These don't meet. Wild. That's so wild. Also, this isn't a perfect square, so maybe that's why. There is a square function in this where it will just draw the square for you. And I couldn't figure out how to really get it to work right for me. So we're just gonna try to do this as precise as we can, but perspective is like this, and that's why these tools are nice, because even with these tools, I mess it up. I mess it up pretty bad. Alright, so now that I see it takes up that much space on the floor, I'm going to start on the floor first. And we're just going to map these out first. As about the same distance. So we have our ticks here to map it out. Yeah. And I want it to be about this tall. Hey, what? Why does it look so weird? I love perspective and how janky it is. Okay. Good enough. Take my tick spacing. I'm gonna make it about here. And the reason why is because I want to be able to see midway. Where is it though? Wish the ticks were a little bit. There it is. It's in the gray. That's why I can't see it at all. Well, that's nice. I just know it's from here. I don't love that that's tangent, but I think it'll still be legible. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I've done something wrong. That's correct though. Wild. Alright, so this is a steppy stool. Now step stools can have all sorts of mechanics to set them up. We are getting also quite near the edge, and that's why it looks a little funky. I could have a... This is 7.2. So I'm going to remember 7.2, and we're going to change it to sorry, this is like the hardest thing to think about. Okay, 30. We're going to change it to 30. Whoops, 30 was too much. This is the tilt. We're going to change it to about to where it can, oh, there. Tilt. There it is. We're going to change it so that it goes through halfway into both. Because that is how it tends to work. Actually, no, it's not halfway. It's like up here is where the hinge is. Yes. Okay. I'm learning how to do this better. Perspective is so much easier than it used to be for me. And yet, I still do struggle with perspective. Like, it still bothers me. You know? Now, I did this along with the bottom of here. I'm going to assume it was like around there. I don't know the exact location of it. The top one, I'll just say it's smaller. I'm not gonna math it. All right, and then there's going to be a hinge to this back spot from here to about right there. Let's see what this line was. It was 7.2 first. This is 20.6. Can I do a positive 20.6? Because it would need to add up to 90. Probably be 70. What would 20.6 look like if I do that? I mean, it's adding up to 90 around this pivot, so it doesn't matter. We'll just do what feels okay. There we go. And notice how that lines up perfectly on the other side. That's beautiful. So there, that's in perspective now. And it looks weird, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna make it look cute in a second. Make these look like that. And then I'm just gonna use my line tool. And I'm not going to use Lazy Nizumi for this one, actually. I'm going to do this one entirely by hand. Just because it does look a little... It's a little funky, right? I do have, like, a literal ruler, which I think I will use. I haven't used a ruler with a tablet before. But that is really cool that you can do that. So here we go. I'm using real-ass ruler. Wow, just like a real ruler, it kind of shifted. Whoa! So pressing escape made that go back. That's crazy. That wasn't interesting to literally anyone but me. I found that ruler. What was that? Yeah, I'd be better off just making an additional ruler. Actually, you know what? That came out pretty good. Real ass ruler, who knew? They're so effective. They're so good. We peaked with straight line technology. Now, I gotta tell you, I have to like finish this at some point. So I'm probably going to go to coloring after this, but not on stream. I am super behind on making promo art. I wanted to make one every 2 weeks, and then I got dog sick. So that didn't happen. Which is fine. Life be like that. I think people are pretty understanding and really cool with that because they're not really paying me to upload things to social media. It's very different than client work. I try to remind myself that all the time. Like, clients come first. And even my current people that are clienting from me are really cool and chill. And they've got some cool projects coming out. One is doing a wuxia novel. We just did a poster that was pretty freaking amazing. I think she's doing like a Kickstarter because she wants to make more posters. So you can check that out. Whoop. If you're interested in seeing those posters, it's over on it's either I think it's GoFundMe actually, where she's doing that. It's just exciting to see different projects that people are working on that I get to be part of. The other one is a gift, which I think will be really cute. Ooh. Come on. I want nice soft round corners. This is already coming together, I think. For a while I was not feeling too confident. You probably just sensed it. I wanted to see. I wanted to see what happened. Also, this ruler, I'm really... Hopefully it's okay that I'm doing this, because it is... It's not like super touching the screen, but it is plastic. I'm not using a... like a metal ruler. Oh my gosh, I would never. But it is plastic, and so I wonder if that's good for my screen or not, even though I have seen people online use rulers for this before, and it's fine. Oh, you know what? I could drape another little cloth on the top of this. Oh my gosh. Cute. That'd be freaking cute. Oh my gosh. And then for this bit, we're just gonna go back to Lace Mizumi. But we're gonna fix all of my presets here that I did for the tilt. It was 7.2, even with the other one, so that way they'd be at 90-degree angles. And that's why we learn about this stuff when it comes to... You know what? No, I won't. I won't do that. Can just turn that off. Like, the reason why we learn about perspective at all is so that we can do these kind of tricky angles and things. We're gonna make this look very wooden. I hope you like this song. This is a video game covers done by EB something, who does like a really, really good job. I highly recommend those covers. They make me super entertained. I don't know what cover this is. He does so many random things. Could be like Homestuck or something, for all I know. Oh, that's right. This right here is the edge of the cabinet. You don't have to worry about that. Anyway, I want this to feel a little bit worn, because if you're walking up and down this thing all the time, it would be kind of weird. I don't want it super strange though. Maybe that's a little too weird. Yeah, it feels good. Okay. Say it's Evie something. He's like really popular on YouTube, so if you're into like video game covers, you've probably come across him before. He did like a bunch on Undertale that were outstanding. Music in that game is really good. Gosh, if anyone's come over and said anything, I don't know if this is working. I'm gonna redo this page. I'm not in the streaming section of YouTube, and maybe that's why I'm just not seeing my own stream very well. God. Sorry. Getting used to this setup here of two monitors. But before, I had a quick key on the Wacom. It's probably also here on the Huion, and I just don't know where it is. And that quick key made it so I could very conveniently go back and forth between my two monitors. And also, my main monitor wasn't like a tablet. This is totally a different vibe, a different feel. I'm getting used to it. Alright. We are so close. We're gonna get rid of that. And we're gonna get rid of this. You know what? While we're here, let's make this group invisible. Oh, it's so cute, guys. It's so cute. I love it. Okay. Sorry, I'm really enjoying this project. I haven't done like just line work like this for a while because it's just a lot of freaking work. But I was like, no. I was inspired. I wanted to do this thing I saw someone else do. I'm glad I went and I followed through with it because this is making me happy. Even though it's kind of simple. It's just I always have to do things in a particular sort of style most of the time because it's easier and more convenient for line work. Oh, you know what? If I turned that on, that would probably, yeah, that fixed my problem. The mask was confusing it. Oh, bye! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Okay. I have streamed for way longer than I anticipated streaming today, so we're gonna stop the stream now. I'll work on this probably off stream and get it done soon. This is really stinking cute. The only thing left to do is the ground, which I can do, and getting rid of this line, which I just left for the entire time. I was like, screw it. I also want to put in more texture. I really enjoy kind of the wood texture we got going on. Need to add some like vines or something to that to make those look a little bit more like dried flowers that are just kind of hanging out on top. I like to keep a snack on them. They're little minotaurs, they're like cows. But I think adding this really helped with the weight of the whole thing. This was feeling very heavy on this side. This brings it over without it feeling a little bit too symmetrical. Yeah, we're getting a little story coming in here, and I'm enjoying it. Anyway, thanks for coming by, showing up. I'm sorry if I missed your message. I really can't see chat too well. And that's probably something I have to check out with the stream. I have no idea if someone left a message, even though I see chat, but because my screen is like 10 minutes behind, I have no idea if it's actually updating, so forgive me if I missed your message. I hope you have a wonderful day, and yeah, thanks for stopping by. Also, it'll probably be for the recording that you stop by, and thanks for doing so.